The 2025 French Open is in full swing, as half of the third-round matches have taken place in both the men's and women's singles events. Doubles events have also seen the second-round matches come to an end. There have been a few upsets at this year's Roland-Garros, as 20 of the men's seeds and 15 of the women's seeds have already been knocked out by this stage of the event. However, top seeds on both sides, such as Carlos Alcaraz, Jannik Sinner, Novak Djokovic, Aryna Sabalenka, Iga Swiatek, and Coco Gauff, are all still in the event. One of the upsets of the day came at the men's doubles event, as the seeded pair of Nikola Mektic and Michael Venus bowed out in the second round against the pair of Yuki Bombry and Robert Galloway. Mektic and Venus had started their campaign with a 6-4, 1-6, 6-4 win over Gregoire Jacques and Matthew Christopher Romeos in the first round, whereas Bombry and Galloway began their campaign with a 6-3, 6-7, 8, 6-3 against Robin Haase and Hendrick. Jebensat Mektic and Venus were the seeded pair and the favorites to win the match, and started on a similar note, taking the first set in the tiebreaker. The second set was a tight affair, as neither team dropped serve before the Indo-American pair won it in the tiebreaker. In the third set, Mektic and Venus got broken twice, and even though they got one service break, it was not going to be enough as Bombry-Galloway won the match 6-7-4, 7-6-4, 6-3. Bombry and Galloway will now face the ninth-seeded pair of Christian Harrison and Evan King in the third round. The 13th-seeded pair of Sadio Doumbia and Fabien Reboul was expected to make a deep run at their home event at Roland-Garros. The two Frenchmen were in great form coming into Paris, as they had reached the final of the Italian Open.